I never thought I'd be the guy telling a story like this. I believed my marriage was solid, built on love, trust, and the promise that we'd stand by each other no matter what. But life has a cruel way of showing you who people really are, especially when money and luxury get involved. It all started when my wife began obsessing over social media influencers. She would scroll endlessly, pointing out women living in Dubai, surrounded by gold, designer handbags, luxury cars, and men who seemed to shower them with everything. I noticed her eyes light up in a way they hadn't when she looked at me in a long time. At first, I laughed it off. "That's not real life," I told her. "It's staged for likes and followers." But she didn't see it that way. To her, those pictures were proof that she was missing out. She started to compare our life to theirs. We weren't poor by any means. We had a comfortable home, stable income, and plans for the future. But in her eyes, it wasn't enough. Then one day, she dropped the bomb. She told me she was going on a girls' trip to Dubai. Something inside me twisted, but I didn't want to seem controlling, so I agreed. I hugged her goodbye at the airport, not knowing that I was actually hugging the end of our marriage. What I didn't know was that she hadn't gone to Dubai just for a vacation. She had already been talking to a wealthy sheikh through friends of friends. He promised her a life of luxury, jewels, clothes, and a palace-like home. She was convinced she had finally found her way into the glamorous life she had been drooling over for months. The first few weeks, she lived like a queen. She sent me pictures, dressed in expensive gowns, sipping champagne on yachts, posing in front of cars worth more than our house. She didn't even hide it anymore. She flat out told me she had fallen in love with someone else. My heart shattered. Years of marriage, gone in an instant. But I stayed silent, watching the person I once loved turn into a stranger before my eyes. But here's the thing about fantasy. It never lasts. The sheikh wasn't looking for a wife. He wasn't looking for love. He was looking for entertainment. To him, my wife was just another beautiful woman in a long line of conquests. He showered her with gifts, yes, but only to control her. Slowly, the attention faded. She wasn't special to him anymore. She wasn't cherished. She was treated like property. She told me later, after everything fell apart, that he made her feel like she was nothing more than a piece of meat. When she spoke, he didn't listen. When she cried, he laughed. She realized she wasn't living a dream. She was trapped in a nightmare. Eventually, he cast her aside, just like that. One day, she woke up in the mansion, and the sheikh had moved on to another woman. The credit card stopped working, the driver didn't show up, the servants no longer answered to her. She had been discarded like trash. And that's when she called me. Her voice shook on the phone. She begged me to forgive her, to let her come back. She said she had made a mistake, that she realized too late what she had lost. But the thing is, when someone betrays you that deeply, there's no coming back. When she returned home, she looked nothing like the woman who had left. The sparkle in her eyes was gone. She was humiliated, broken, and desperate. She stood at my door, tears streaming down her face, clutching a suitcase that once carried designer clothes, but now held nothing but regret. I looked at her, and for a brief second, I saw the woman I once loved. But then I remembered the lies, the betrayal, the fact that she had chosen another man, another life over me. So I told her the words she never expected to hear. "You made your choice, now live with it." And I closed the door. She had gambled everything, our marriage, our future, my trust, and lost. Now she's alone. And me? I may have scars, but I also have my self-respect. What would you do if your wife left you for money and then came crawling back? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to hit like if you think I made the right choice.